What's going on? Welcome to Background Noise, episode 497. I'm joined by such lovely friendos here with me today. First of all, we have Chance.
That's me, sadly. We
have Sheldon. I love Sheldon. We have Aries.
Hello.
We got Ryan.
Hello.
Justin. I love Justin. And we have Nathan. Howdy.
We still love Nathan, though.
No, we love Nathan, but it's just like I didn't know how to react when people didn't respond. That's okay. That's okay. And we do have a question of the week, which I will. Okay, so I was telling people before the podcast that I changed the question of the week because I had a question of the week that I wanted to use. So this is the question I wanted to use is what are you a slut for? But Twitch said no.
No slut in the title?
They had no slut in the title, no SL like star T, no.
Well, that's lame.
Yeah, so I had to forgo because like. I was gonna say, like, I don't know, some food product, probably. Like, I don't know, like a good French fry. I would be a good I'd be a celeb for.
I'm a slut for all Mexican food.
That's a good shot. Yeah.
I'm a slut for a few things. I would say I'm a slut for Chance. I'm a slut for potatoes, and I'm a slut for green beans.
In that order, or is that?
Yes.
No, I'd probably be last.
Aries like, no, potatoes are first. Let's be realistic.
No, yeah, she's totally lying. Green beans would probably be
potatoes, but not the green bean.
Because, I mean, potatoes make french fries, and that's just reasonable.
It's true.
Yes.
True. I do love me a french fry.
So, hi, Sheldon.
Hello.
Hi. No. Just so you know, we started, I went through the order, and I was like, hi, Sheldon, and we heard nothing, and I was like, oh, my our baby boy's here.
Last night, it was really sad. Me and Aries actually went to a concert, and after the concert ended, before the concert even started, actually, Aries said, so when the concert ends, want to go get Wendy's? And I was like, hell to the fucking yeah, because we both love Wendy's.
Who doesn't?
Okay?
Where's this going?
Shut the fuck up, Aries. Hold on.
Oh.
Anyways. Because we're talking about french fries, okay? Anyways. So, obviously we get french fries with our order. Duh.
Obviously.
Yeah. But, remember, we don't have my car. Okay? Or Aries' car. We have
Where's
a rental.
This going?
I had to eat those fries with no salt. Okay?
Oh my god, no one cares.
So sad.
No, yeah, exactly. Thank you, Tyler.
Do you... Okay, I just have a quick question. As like a follow-up.
What?
Do you keep like a thing of salt in your car?
He
I
hoards
keep salt packets.
Okay.
I also keep packets of barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I don't go that
I was just curious.
Well, because some places they just don't give you enough.
So
So
your car is a fucking restaurant now?
Yeah,
no, but in the glove box, I keep like a packet of a thing of barbecue sauce and things of salt and pepper.
This is very American.
And napkins.
Yes.
So I don't do this.
You don't keep
I don't
napkins?
either.
Come on, everyone keeps napkins.
Napkins, yeah.
Aries, you have
Okay.
salt and pepper in yours. Relax.
I
No, I
don't think
don't.
I cleaned out your car 2 days ago. You had salt and pepper in there.
You guys help him in an abusive relationship, please.
In the glove box. I literally emptied your car 2 days ago.
He won't stop yelling, please.
I'm only gonna get louder if you start complaining.
I was gonna say I feel like him not stop yelling was like the first thing you learned about him when you met him. So
Yeah.
That
I had to
part, at least.
explain. Our car dealership guy today he was 25, so he was super cool, and he was just like all of us and stuff. Chance left to go talk to his parents, and I was like sitting inside talking to him. So of course I talked to him about like games if he was a gamer, and he said he liked Counter-Strike, and he was like, I just don't understand how, you know, people get so mad at video games. Like, you just play the game. And I was like, oh my god, Chance was so bad in the beginning when I first met him with Counter-Strike, and I told him the change story too. He thought that was so funny.
Oh, you did tell me? I didn't know
love it.
that. You didn't tell me that.
I know, I forgot to tell you until now.
Damn, you just got ousted at a car dealership.
No, he was super
I'd love the
cool.
change.
He was so funny. He was a cool guy.
Come
What
on.
bullshit is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Chance didn't know until right now. I know you're not talking about that, but...
Sorry, I just got playing Valheim. Other things happened.
For anyone who doesn't know, the change, what we're talking about is when we used to play Counter-Strike all the time, Chance would have change on his desk, so every time he would get mad, he'd hit his desk, and immediately you'd hear the change, like, moving
Clattering,
and
falling on the
clattering,
floor.
falling, yeah. So...
At the time, I worked for tips. Okay, so I would have change everywhere because of tips. Okay, I was a stripper.
I was just gonna say he was
Yeah.
a stripper.
Well, he is still, but, like, he also was, so that's not a...
He got tipped in change because he was so bad.
Damn.
Fuck off. It's like when you say I'm not drinking anymore, but you're not drinking any less either.
Yeah. I don't drink anymore than I used to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep, I still drink, but like... You know what I'm drinking right now? I don't think it's just a first
Arnold
guess
Palmer.
kind of drink that you would guess. It's not Arnold Palmer. I bought Arnold Palmer, though.
When today?
Yeah.
How much did you buy?
They're just a tall boy cans.
Oh, okay,
So,
nice.
I got a different Arizona product in my hands right now.
Arizona
Delicious.
It's my number 2, I think, after Arnold Palmer.
After the AP.
Don't you like the fruit punch?
I like the fruit punch, but it's not my number 2.
Okay.
The raspberry one.
I like the raspberry one, but not my number 2.
Oh,
Isn't
damn.
Raspberry Arizona?
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I like it.
I like the peach,
Yeah,
but it's
that
not
was
my
easy.
number 2. I think I like every flavor.
think we
I
have
thought this
those.
was very straightforward, this one.
Angry Orchard?
I don't know the other.
Oh,
ones.
wait. Is it not? Is it the green tea?
Yeah, it's a green tea.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, what is really? Oh, green
Yeah,
tea.
I was gonna say, I thought
Green
this
tea,
was the
I
most
get.
basic one.
Was it the
No,
same
you said
one?
Arizona green tea.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Green
It's an Arizona product. That's why I was confused when you said Angry Orchard. It was an
Oh,
Arizona
that's right.
One of
Yeah,
the
see, I
other
wasn't
flavors.
listening.
They call
to it.
anything that's has like Arnold Palmer in it and alcohol. We call that a John Daly.
A classic, yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know who John
Classic.
Daly was, is a very famously drunk all the time golfer.
Oh.
Me if I played golf.
It's just a John Daly.
That's just the natural state of golfers, though.
Most people that play golf, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't
Feel
go out
like-
there to play golf. You go out to swing at shit and drink.
Agreed.
Has any who
And
here has
be
actually played golf,
or
like
college.
real golf?
I play golf all the time
Gone
with my dad.
And Rich. Really?
I've never swung an actual golf club before.
We should go to a golfing range. It's so much
I
fun.
haven't either. Just like mini golf.
I've
when I was
mini
little.
golfed. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mini golfed, but I've never
I
golfed.
never real golfed.
Ryan is
Just-
golfed.
Okay, let's
Chance,
play
have you
golf.
golfed? I feel like you've
no,
golfed.
not for real.
God, am I the white?
You never
mini
golfed?
here? Shit.
Mini.
Shit.
I'm in politics, but I won't do that.
I was gonna say, like, your career path means that you should get used to golfing. I think is
Hell
what
no.
that.
I
I feel
know
like there's a lot of
people,
important deals that happen there.
I met some people in college though that joined the golf team and shit
Ew.
specifically because they were like, I'm a political science major. I should learn how to play golf.
Oh my god.
Not wrong.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah,
I-
like it helps.
Fuck that. That's too lame. Sorry, I ain't doing that shit.
I'm not saying
Oh,
it's not
actually
lame.
fun.
Well, I meant the specific high school and like learning to play college because political science. Not it being fun. Golf totally could be fun. I could see how that would be a lot of fun.
It's even lamer than golf, than playing golf.
Watching
Hearing
golf.
people shit talk golf and responding, golf's actually pretty fun. Tyler.
Stab you. Here's the thing. I'll hit the golf ball 700 meters and you won't know when it's about to hit you.
Here's the thing. If
You
it
don't
hits
know-
me on
you
the
don't-
head, I'm suing you.
If you wake up.
Legitimately happened to my uncle.
Shit.
Really?
Really?
Aries, you pee, Paid a
What?
shit ton of money. What uncle do I have with those initials?
Oh, okay.
Paid a shit ton of money. And actually, the guy went after my grandparents and shit. Like, tried to take their house from them because he lived with his parents at the time still.
What a
Yeah, he hit a golf ball, went flying through the air, hit the guy in the eye. He lost an eye.
Jesus Christ.
No shit.
And my uncle was paying, like, monthly to him for a very long time.
He took his eye?
Yep. Took his eye out.
What the hell? No one told me this.
Not even a Red Rider. Anyone?
Just shoot your eye out, kid.
Thank you.
I got you.
your eye out.
I got
He still has a
you.
cool eye patch.
I would wear, if I had one eye, I would wear the coolest eye patch. I would just like invest in really cool looking eye patches.
And I really love your pirate cosplay.
Arr.
The 24/7
I'd start
pirate
talking
cosplay.
like this constantly to the point all my friends would leave me. Arr.
My only friend is a parrot in my room.
I bought me parrot. Shit. I think he's gone again.
I bought all of my stuff off the Pirate Bay.
Me favorite snack is pirate's booty.
Tony likes booty confirmed?
Who
Give me
doesn't?
your booty. Tony, I'll give you my booty any day of the week.
Cheating on me?
Arg.
What'd you say?
Are you cheating on me?
Yeah, I thought it was allowed if it was with Tony. That's what Aries always
Oh.
says too.
Yeah.
I can explain.
It's just like
I
an
can
open door
explain.
policy.
Whenever someone says I can explain, I think of that SpongeBob episode.
That's
Yep.
what I'm referencing, yeah.
I think of Brian, because that's like his thing. That's like what he says.
I can explain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do say that a lot, don't I?
Like you say a lot of like fucked up shit, and then you're like, I can explain.
I can explain. I love that.
Well, you gotta keep things interesting, don't you not? Come
There
on.
there are certain references that I do associate with people just because like I hear them saying it. For some reason, I can just hear Henry saying mediocre.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's it for now. It'll circle back, but
What about me? What do you associate with me?
I said it'll circle back. I don't. I think
Okay,
that's.
screaming.
For Tony, for you, it's just that's toxic.
That's
toxic.
toxic.
Yeah.
Hi, Kit. How are you, Kit? I do say that's toxic. There it is. It's floating. There it goes. Goodbye. It's gone now. It's gone forever. I've reeled back on the that's toxic, but I do still say it a lot. The thing I say the most now is probably I've also cut back on this one a little bit, but for like a solid few months I would always just say the word smile and just add it to my sentences.
True.
The classic.
Smile. What do I say a lot of now? Smile.
Wow.
Wow.
The words howdy, howdy, howdy are Nathan in my head. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
What did Kyle always say when we were playing
Oh,
Among Us?
It
It was a yip, 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 yip.
Oh, yep, he would
I
do
don't know.
that. But he would also
Whenever
go,
I hear,
Yeah,
That's a classic.
Yeah.
He would do in threes, and that is in my, that became a part of me as well.
Whenever Kyle talks, I kind of just hear like, wah, wah, wah.
When I associate Kyle the most of, it's probably fine.
That's a good one. It's probably fine.
That'll buff out.
It'll buff out.
I'm trying to,
can
what is
I
this?
get some help?
Yeah, what do you need?
Hug.
Help carrying a dungeon.
Oh, yeah, is it the dungeon that close by? Hold on, let me repair my shit.
I need a hug. That's what I could use.
I want you to hug me, Tony.
I would
Naked.
love a hug.
Are we
I
touching
knew
things
he
again?
was gonna say Megan.
I just want a hug.
Why?
I'll do whatever I need to get the
How'd
hug.
you know? How'd you know, huh?
You're a little slut for Tony. You should have said that for your answer.
Oh yeah, what are you a slut for?
Tony.
Tony. Bless
you. Whoever's
They
in
say,
the background.
bless you. Nicola's not feeling too well right now. So
Oh
she's currently laying in
no,
bed watching.
Nicole.
He was watching
tell
Bluey
her,
before.
tell her we hope she feels
Watching
better.
Bluey?
Or-
They say feel better.
At least Tony said it. No one else echoed
Tony
it.
said
Yeah, feel better.
I feel
Okay.
Feel better.
Okay.
Oh,
Sheldon
shit.
says feel worse.
I don't want to. I heard. I think. Love that episode.
Hold on.
This is a pretty
Can we-
good
can we
season
circle
we're in
back?
right now.
Can we circle back? Did you say she was watching Bluey?
Yeah, do you not
Yeah.
watch Bluey?
What's up, all you sexy
Okay, just wanted to
Boy.
make sure.
Chance, I hope you know.
Why, Collin?
We went to an anime convention. When we were back and had access to a TV, literally the only thing we watched was Bluey.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
It's great.
Fantastic.
Fuck you.
Never seen Bluey. I'm not a child.
That damn right, Chance. I am a man in his 20s, so I watch anime like a goddamn weeb.
Fucking disgusting. God, weebs.
It's you love that Stark. It's like, children's cartoon. I watch anime. It's like, oh, well, here, let's slow down.
Yeah, hold on.
God, I
So,
love.
I wasn't on last night. What happened with the team speak?
We decided to commit Sudoku.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but it killed itself after everyone was going to.
Steve got hungry last night, and started snacking and just bit the wires, and this is what happened.
Again?
Yeah,
We really gotta stop forgetting to feed him.
it's honestly on us. It's on
Like, I'll
us.
be honest.
Yeah.
I stayed over his house one night, and I swear to God, I almost broke it just by tripping over it.
Yeah, that one's
he
definitely
has it
happened.
on one end of his couch, like a fucking end table, like it's a server.
He does.
That
Yeah.
sounds reasonable to me.
I've never been to his apartment, but
That's exactly what it's like.
How dare you
He's-
put down the lock rack?
He sent me a picture for some reason, okay? And in the background, I saw he had an overflowing box just full of random assortment of wires,
Yep.
okay? And it's not like it was like pushed against the wall or in the corner or next to his desk. It was just out in the absolute middle of an empty room. And I
People
was
think
like,
that's not normal.
I was like, I'm sorry, why is the box there? And he was like, because that's where I needed it. And I was like, and you didn't like put it back after, or maybe put the wires away? He's
Chance,
like, no.
Chance, he bought like 2 metal things to put on his walls after we all kept telling him that having nothing on his walls
Oh.
made him look like a sociopath.
I remember his serial killer walls. And he bought like 2 disc plates or some shit, right?
Yeah,
I was
and
like,
put them,
that's it.
next to each other.
Yeah. That's good enough.
At least he made
Ball art
effort,
bad,
guys.
they should
Come
be bare.
on.
Oh, I give him the effort, but it is just like I just find it hilarious how he is like the man is utilitarian to a fault.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Love singing a song too.
Mm-hmm. And how?
Yep.
So what was the question of the week?
Our question of the week. I haven't actually read the real one yet because I
yeah.
wanted to say. So I tried making the question of the week. What are you a slut for? But Twitch said no. So I swapped it to what? I think I was miffed. What did I swap it to? What is something that you want? So you can say what you're a slut for if you want instead. I don't care. Yes. Yeah, but what's something in life you want? I don't know. Could be pancakes. I don't give a fuck.
A car, a functioning car. No, actually, I want Honda Corporate to just answer me with that price,
Yeah.
so I could stop talking to them. Been
Yeah.
like a month.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
would
only
like
at Squid Weapons.
espresso. I need that caffeine.
It's okay, we got the bomb pile, so.
Yeah, for the firemen.
Yeah.
I just want to win the lottery. No, it doesn't have to be like a big one. It can be a small one. But you
Ooh,
know, me and
that's
Aries
good
have been just constant losses lately. Her
Yeah.
car, then my car right afterwards. We're gonna have to buy 2 new cars.
How'd that go,
Like-
by the way?
I swear to God, the fucking things like hear you when you say, "Oh, well, it's a good thing we have this one still running."
That's what I'm saying.
Can't get
That's
any worse, right?
exactly right
Well-
when they took my car, I was like, "Watch, your car's gonna die or something," and then
So-
it literally did.
Aries.
Yeah,
No.
Aries actually, I think the real kiss of death was Aries said something that willed it into existence.
Oh
So-
my god.
Aries and me, since we've been dating, have now gotten 2 new phones at the same time with each other. We both got 2 smartwatches at the same time with each other. Okay? We kind of regularly do that kind of thing.
We
where,
got
like,
2 new wireless earbuds too. The Google
2 wireless
Pixel
earbuds.
buds.
Well,
at the
yeah,
same
if you're
time
shopping for one,
together.
you might as well get both.
Exactly. And then when Aries' car went into the shop, I've been talking about selling my car for a while. She was like, haha, wouldn't it be funny if we also got like 2 new cars together?
God, Aries, no.
It literally.
And she willed it into
I remember you guys talking about this like a week or 2 ago. I feel like
Yep.
now that you
Yeah.
mentioned it,
And then fucking,
and then it happened.
Tuesday comes along and my car's in the shop.
And it's like we get the same things too. Like we have the same earbuds, our phones are the same, our watches are the same. We're getting the same
car,
but
except
it's
different
different
trims.
colors and stuff.
Different trims and colors.
Please tell
So-
me you're both getting Miatas.
That would be great.
You were in the group chat talking. Sheldon.
Yeah, but I thought you were memeing. I hope it's real.
Mazda CX-5.
Oh, CX-5, not
Mazda CX-5.
You thought it was the MX-5.
And how many clothes do you have?
I have 6.
Perfect.
That's enough for both, right?
Well, it's a furnace we're making, right? So
Well, we need a furnace and a kiln, right?
why do we need a kiln?
To make charcoal?
Are you guys playing a game
Oh,
together?
yes.
No.
They're playing
would never.
Valheim.
Why would you think they were
I
playing a game
also-
together?
Hinga Dinga Durgan?
I don't know how
Brian
many
doesn't
the,
play games. He's not a gamer.
So how is that game?
How do you
Gamers.
like? Do you like Vikings and RuneScape textures?
I've never played RuneScape.
That's where you're first wrong.
Do you like PlayStation 2 graphics?
Hell yeah, dude. Are you kidding me?
Do you like
Love it.
Minecraft, but somehow more boring?
You're not a fan? Wait, hold on. I never trust Collin's word on games because he just hates every game, or he's just like, I'm just kidding. I never played it.
I
So,
have,
Collin?
okay, I've actually played Valheim. It's alright, but like, it's very much a game I would not play without other people on, and even then, I got bored very quickly.
It's very grindy by itself.
It's
Oh,
very
yeah?
okay, not just by itself. It's very grindy. Period.
I mean, I just enjoyed the aesthetic.
Interesting.
Mindstar Euro aesthetic.
Wait, my Valheim playtime way more than my Minecraft playtime.
Because Collin also says that like BattleBit is garbage. So
That'll bit
Oh.
Which is objectively wrong.
It's
I
objectively
just opened the game, man. Come on.
I was gonna say that before. I've noticed Nathan is like the king of BattleBit lately.
Nathan and I might have
Kings.
similar hours. He might have more than me. I'm at like 42, I think.
Oh, Nathan's at 60.
Yeah, 60.
Every
Okay,
time I
you
go
win.
on Steam, I feel like Nathan's in BattleBit.
Like, I try not to judge, but I very legitimately do not see what anybody sees in BattleBit. I like it's
Hold on, don't you like Battlefield?
Oh,
I
don't
thought judging
say
was
it.
your thing,
yeah,
too.
that's one of the reasons I do not understand people's love for BattleBit.
Why?
It's
Because
Battlefield,
Battlefield
but
4
good.
is right there.
It's
And-
but it's
okay,
it's better.
alright. Battlefield 3 is a million times better than 4. 4 is
Yeah,
ass.
I agree with that.
Again, I think this is one of those everybody has an opinion and they're all entitled to it.
Except for
situations.
you, yours is wrong.
Yeah, you're objectively wrong here.
You know what, Chad? I'm glad your car broke down.
Damn!
Wow!
But why are you
Wow!
screaming? This is the anti-support group.
Oh, sorry.
Alright,
You're
know
right.
what, he's
My
got a
bad.
fair point.
At least I guess I'm getting a new car. You know, it forced me to get a new car. I've been talking about selling my car for a while and never pulled the trigger. So, it's.
I remember you talking about this like 2 years ago.
Nah, probably a year
Yeah,
and a
but
half.
now I'm
Yeah,
upset
probably a year and a half,
that you're not
actually.
getting an MX-5.
I say one of you get a
CX-5.
CX-5 and the other one gets an MX-5. I think this is reasonable.
No, the big reason is because we drive back home so often and we switch off, so we don't put like a shit ton of miles on just one car.
I mean, you can still get it. You just have to flip for whose kidney you're selling.
Jesus Christ!
MX-5 is not that expensive.
It's not. Yeah, it's not terribly more expensive from what I've seen, right?
It's just not it's not reasonable for the two of you.
Exactly.
Unless
That's
one
a
of you is
midlife
down a
crisis
kidney.
car.
Come on.
That's a midlife crisis car.
It's not a Porsche. Relax.
Okay, but like Porsches are too expensive.
Dude,
No, it's the poor man's midlife crisis.
Yeah.
dude, there was a Porsche this morning that I very legitimately considered rear-ending.
Why?
He was doing 30 in a 55.
Yeah.
Oh,
all the
Ew.
way to
that's
my
God.
work.
So, the other day, me and Aries were talking, and so we have a neighbor that has a Porsche, okay, and Aries thought that it was just because of their accent that they said Porsche,
Oh.
okay, and I was explaining to her like, no, that's like a rich scumbag who can actually afford a Porsche. They
But
call
she's
it
not-
Porsche
she's
because
not a rich
that's-
scumbag,
She's not a
though.
scumbag, but she's rich as fuck.
Yes.
She's filthy rich. I was like, that rich people that are rich enough to afford a Porsche know that it's actually Porsche, but like us peasants just say Porsche.
Wait till you hear how you're actually supposed to say Nissan.
Why?
Nissan.
How he's
Nissan.
Nissan?
Ew.
Nissan.
That's stupid. Get it away.
Burn it.
So I guess just for the American audience, they say Nissan.
Yes.
Nissan is such. Oh, I would never fucking get anywhere near a Nissan.
Well, you shouldn't ever get near them because their CVTs blow up at like 30,000 miles.
In every CVT.
Yeah, well, okay, fair enough. That's why I like the Mazda 6-speed, because it actually still is just a regular automatic transmission.
While we're on the car topic, for the last couple of days, I was in a 2023 Jeep Cherokee, okay,
I'm so sorry
as a
for your
rental.
loss.
Yeah, honestly, the first thing I said when we got in, I was like, this does not feel like a new car. Like, it just feels dated. It felt like I was driving a car from, like, 2016 or something. Like, it just didn't feel like it was new. Okay? And today, I returned it because it's no longer getting covered, like, paid for, and I wasn't going to keep paying. I wasn't going to pay for it because it was $53 a day. So I went to Enterprise and got an economy car, which is $26 a day. And they gave me a 2020 Hyundai Elantra, which it's like a base model. So
Bare bones.
yeah, it was okay. You know what? It has Android Auto, which my car doesn't. That's the biggest improvement.
That's very important.
But it's not like it has, you know, powered seats or really anything else that makes it more comfortable.
Ryan, I put the 2 clothes I had up in a chest up though.
Okay.
I will say, after driving it though, I can see why people buy them.
Also, I don't think we have enough of both a kill and then a full bonus.
I'll take a look. They're just they're not reliable, and that's the issue.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy one, but because from what I've seen online, everyone talks about how they are garbage in terms of reliability. But honestly, driving it around for a little bit, I was like, this isn't the worst that it could be. It could be worse.
Well, I think part of that was the fact that you were driving in 2023.
No, I'm driving a 2020.
2020. Regardless.
But
Even
and
so.
it's also like semi-low mileage. It's got 40,000 miles on it. You know.
Oh well, that's why it's driving a little rough.
So it's not great, but it's also not bad. It's already past the point where it's already worked in, you know, at least a little bit. But it's also like not at a mileage where you're like, this is gonna have some serious fucking issues every day. But yeah, not too bad. The Cherokee though, garbage. And you know what? I didn't realize at all until we went to the Mazda dealership and he explained it to us. I asked if the CX-5 had wireless Android Auto, and he explained why so many cars don't have it. You guys know this?
I don't know.
No.
I guess BMW owns the rights to wireless CarPlay. Okay? And so you have to license wireless CarPlay from BMW. So manufacturers just don't put in either of them unless it's like a more premium car because they don't want to pay the licensing fee to BMW.
That makes sense.
And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, they own the rights to it for another like 1 or 2 years, apparently.
Well, you want to know what's best about that? That's
What?
the subscription at BMW.
Really?
Yep.
That's fantastic. To use CarPlay?
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ.
Did they not walk back on that?
No, they did not. I don't believe so.
They ever walk
Just like
back
they
on the
haven't
subscription
walked-
heated seats?
Yeah, exactly.
That
Now,
one's also dumb.
the explanation for that, while I still don't agree with it, also somewhat makes a little sense. Because it's actually cheaper to just manufacture one car that has the one pair of seats in it than it is to have two separate ones.
But car manufacturers have already been doing that.
No,
right?
listen, I don't.
Yeah, they just take away the fucking button.
It's stupid as shit. Like, I'm not trying to defend them. I'm just explaining their logic behind it.
Yeah, for manufacturer makes sense, but
I
have
don't
to pay a
understand, though.
subscription for a seat? Come on.
What they should have done, okay, is just not fucking told anybody. Put the hardware in there, but any kind of thing that they wanted to lock behind, like a paywall like that, they just put it in software. They just put it on the display. No physical buttons, so there's no evidence. Okay? You just need 2 fucking different versions of the same software.
You don't even need different versions, just have some hidden variables. That...
Yeah.
Justin, we're getting attacked by the force.
Yeah, I know.
But like, very publicly admitting, like, yeah, by the way, we're gonna put the heated seats in your car, but you pay $10 a month to use them. You're just a fucking piece of shit, like a serious piece of shit.
You surprised though?
No, not at all. I'm just
Like,
I'm the
A
thing I'm
one-time fee
surprised
upgrade,
about,
I can understand that, but a sub, fuck off.
I'm
Well,
like,
so the weirdest thing is they have the one-time upgrade too. It's
also if you look through like their marketing materials, they advertise as like you're gonna save money because like you're not using your heated seats in the summer. So really, you're only paying like $40 a year for heated seats. So like, it's so much less than buying the heated seat or paying extra for the heated seats at purchase. Which is like 1, fucking stupid, 2, fucking wrong if you're gonna own the car for like a decent amount of time, and 3, just still fucking stupid because you own it.
I mean, I don't even have an issue with them though doing like the one-time payment option.
That's fine.
They have,
It's
like-
still scummy, but it's fine.
I don't even think it's that scummy because, like, again, it makes sense for them to do it, and it, it's if they're upfront about, hey, you can buy this software upgrade to get this unlocked. I think that is fine.
I think it makes sense to do it, but I also don't because obviously it's cost effective enough. It's obviously more cost effective to just have it in, which means it's cost effective enough to just not charge extra for it. Okay, it should
Just
if it
integrate
is
in the
cost
base
effective.
price.
Yes, if it is cost effective to have it in but have it not activated, then that means it is cost effective to just include it in the base price. That means you are just trying to squeeze more money out of your customers for absolutely no reason, because you can obviously afford to put it in the base model without charging more for the base model.
Maybe, or they're just charging more than they need to. The people who do pay for it, so the people who don't pay it.
Yeah, but
People
you
who
think
pay for it are subsidizing the people who don't.
I don't think so. You think fucking you think any of these companies are selling their base model at a loss?
No, but margins on
So
cars
who's buying
are
a luxury
huge.
car and not enabling heated seats?
People who
Yeah.
live in like Florida.
I feel like people still buy them. Honestly, just because of like the rare occurrence that you do need one. I would never buy a car without heated seats. It's like fucking stupid.
It's
I don't-
really
I think
not
in,
that
like,
necessary, though.
I think in
Unless I
Florida
lived
it's
in
super not
fucking
necessary. Like Florida, Texas, like you don't need them though.
But I
That's
could
the
argue you don't even
heated
really need
windshield
them in,
wipers
like...
my last car had.
One could argue you could get away with it even in cold climates. It's just convenient.
It's extremely convenient and also extremely cheap for them to add to a car.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with it at all.
It
I'm
should
just
not,
saying.
at the very least, it should not be an upgrade that costs you like $800, and it should definitely not be an upgrade that's paywalled behind like an entire trim upgrade, which costs you like $2,000.
Well, yeah. I mean, Mercedes is literally charging you to have a faster engine upgrade for their electric vehicles.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny. It's so fucking funny.
It's like,
Don't
what
all the electric cars do that? Or like the luxury electric cars?
No, subscription fee to unlock the full performance of the
Yeah.
engine.
Yeah.
But like
No,
Tesla,
I don't think
Or
anyone else
Tesla's
does
is
that,
just
do they?
a one-time fee, I guess.
well, the fact that Teslas also have motor engines, right? We're talking like you can get the P75 or P80D, which is a 2 motor, or you can get the P100D, which is a 4 motor. But you can those have the max horsepower that they get off the bat. You don't have to pay extra for that. But for something like the Mercedes one, you're now going to have to pay extra just to unlock the same engine that you have in both cars.
And it's not cheap either.
Like $2,500, right? Something like that.
Yeah, like a year though.
Yeah.
It's a sub. So it's just hilariously dumb.
That's like tuning, overclocking community been built up around electric cars yet?
There isn't really. I mean, is there really that much you can do though? Like,
Yeah, there is.
really?
You can increase the amount of output that you put towards the wheels. You can do torque conversion and have it so that, like, depending on different scenarios in which you're driving, like you can program. What is it like? Depending on your wheel type, you can also change the torque conversion so that it actually doesn't have you slide over the place. You can also change it because electric cars have their own type of tires. I don't know if people know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't.
Because
Yeah,
they're
they're
designed to
designed-
be quieter.
And to deal with higher torque.
Yes.
Huh.
So you can also program the engines around actually using slicks if you want. Things like that. Since there's a lot you can do with it, but not a lot of people want to fuck with it. So it's expensive.
I think more of those nuts you can do with it because it's all. I don't think I've seen any electric car that isn't network connected and therefore lockable if you start fucking with the software.
Oh well, no. These people aren't
That's
taking
bullshit.
production
You own the
cars.
car.
They're taking the electric engines. The people who are really modifying
But you
the
don't
cars.
necessarily own the software. But the car runs, right?
I have seen like fully customized Teslas that have pretty much modifications on it, and I think they're disconnected from the super charger network. But what you can also do is that you can take a box crate engine of a Tesla motor and a battery, and then you can put that to whatever you want. And then you can really make some conversions with that. Like, SEMA, which is a very large car show that happens once a year. 2 years ago was the first really big year that they had SEMA electric vehicles. They were taking classics like a C10 Chevy, the short bed, and they converted that to an electric engine, and it was pushing like, I think they got it up to 700 horsepower, 800 horse, and they dropped it, and that thing was fast as shit. People do electric drift cars now too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then there's the famous idiot in the Tesla Model Y jumping the hill in San Francisco. You guys remember that?
Oh, it was a great video.
Feel bad for the guy who got hit, though. He made a video about it.
Collateral damage.
That is an understatement.
You know what they say? Do it for the views.
I was gonna say raccoons are cute, but
Oh yeah, they say that
Yeah.
too. I say that sometimes. You actually said that earlier
they did.
when you were
Just
talking
earlier.
about your story.
Dude, raccoons are adorable on videos on the internet and not anywhere near my house.
I think they're cute by house too. Yeah.
Well, there are states raccoons, so that does make perfect sense.
Again, Collin believes BattleBit is bad, so his opinion is not really worth too much.
Fair enough. I do have something funny about our state. You know how, like, hummingbirds are generally rather social birds. They like being amongst each other.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, around here, they fight each other. And I'm like, only
What
from
the
this
fuck?
state would they fight each other.
Oh, please.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Fucking crazies.
I think it's a
Very
fucking
American.
stupid. What? I'll be honest. I've always hated New Jersey jokes because you know what they really are? They're New York
What?
jokes, but people are too fucking lazy.
Nah. Jersey actually smells like asshole. Like, legitimately smells like asshole, and there's no convincing me that that one is false.
Yeah, up where you guys live, where it's nothing but fucking rusted out shit, rundown towns and fucking cookie cutter housing. In the South Jersey, it actually.
No, North
fucking-
Jersey is not cookie cutter housing at all.
North Jersey is a shithole. South Jersey is where it's at, and somewhere in the mythical land of Central.
You've clearly
Jersey,
never
not
been near where I live. Or used to live.
Where would that be?
Tenafly
Dox
and Alpine.
yourself. Dox yourself live.
Tenafly, Tenafly is North Jersey.
Yeah. And
See, the key is used to live. So if you dox where you used to live, that's
true, you can
totally
dox where you
fine. Smile.
Smile.
Yeah, I used to live at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Me too.
I'm actually George Bush in disguise.
I got evicted on January 20th, 2021.
Boy,
I'm
man.
Donald Trump's son, by the way.
Now, you don't sound nearly coked out enough to be Donald Trump Jr.
No, I'm Barron.
Oh.
You know how the joke is that Tiffany's the one that always gets forgotten? I legitimately forgot he existed until you just reminded me.
Yeah, he's like a child, so, you know.
I feel bad for him, man. Like,
Yeah.
I will say this,
I don't.
The
His
sins of
dad's
the
a
father.
billionaire.
dude. Okay, but I'm 95% sure he hates his guts. Because I saw a compilation post on Reddit of like every time he rolled his eyes when he had to watch his dad speak, and it was like his eyes were fucking on a swivel. Like, I think he knows that his
I
dad's
mean-
full of shit, and he's just kind of stuck. Or not.
Probably.
I don't know. Because his mom has got to, like, yeah, your father bought me on fucking Amazon.
Jeez.
You gotta think she hates him, right?
She obviously hates.
Like, it's...
She doesn't even try to hide it anymore. That's how bad she
Yeah.
hates.
Like, everyone's talking about, RFK's wife. Okay? Or not, RFK's
Jr.
wife. RFK Jr.'s wife. Did you see what she tweeted? Her tweet the other day?
No.
She tweeted condemning his remarks about Jewish people and COVID. Okay?
I don't even
She
want to know
tweeted
what
out
he said.
so he made a comment about COVID was manufactured to kill everyone except Asians and Jews, pretty much.
Fucking Christ.
Okay, because he's a fucking psychopath, and of course, you know, a lot of people came out against him, including many other Kennedys. But his own wife released a statement talking about how he only speaks for himself and does not represent her views, and how it was extremely inappropriate and incorrect, blah blah blah. Okay, and that's what I feel like Melania is secretly hiding inside of herself. Okay, like she doesn't want to do it publicly, but she's made it very obvious. You know, when she like looks at him, like they'll fucking talk about on the news, like him like going back when he was president. You know, returning to her after like a trip overseas, and she just looks so completely unenthused, and he like goes in and kisses her on the cheek, and she just does not react at all. And it's like, no, she obviously like doesn't actually like him, but
The problem is he brought her parents into the country, so she probably doesn't want to piss him off. Although you gotta figure there's really no more strings he can fucking pull in the government. Except
Yeah,
for the Supreme
now.
Court,
Do
apparently.
not let him hear
Yep.
you say that.
true.
I mean, I'd be okay with it, because, you know, he's one of those people where if he tweets negatively about you, you get automatically go to heaven. Like, just...
Yeah, true. If he hates you, you know you're doing something right.
Exactly.
One of those kind of things.
I'd love to join the list that includes people like Kristen Stewart and Rosie O'Donnell and Diet Coke, the product, even though he drinks gallons of it.
Diet Coke.
Coke the product.
Yeah. I've never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. Classic tweet. Classic fucking tweet.
A U.S.
Although-
a U.S. president said that publicly and was still allowed to be president.
I did see a great tweet yesterday. Did you guys hear about the World Health Organization like finally saying aspartame is probably carcinogenic?
Yep.
Yeah, heard about that.
Well,
Did not.
so obviously many years in the making, and obviously Coke or Diet Coke fucking uses aspartame. I saw a tweet that had like a shit ton of likes, and it was like, I can't wait until conservatives start chugging Diet Coke, like Kid Rock starts chugging Diet Coke on the timeline to own the libs. Because you know that's coming. They're like, goddamn liberals want to take away my Diet Coke.
Dude,
Sounds very American.
I nearly laughed myself into a coma seeing all the people like destroying the Bud Light cans. Like,
I thought it was fucking hilarious, especially because
it's like one level away from like the villagers chasing Frankenstein. Like, oh, it's just bad things. Smash.
I just loved that fucking people were posting about them no longer drinking Bud Light, and then talking about how they switched to a different beer that is also like an Anheuser-Busch product.
like, one that had been like, oh, I was seeing ones that were like they moved to a different product from like a different brand, and that brand had actually like supported the LGBTQ community publicly for far longer.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and like it's
that.
so funny because like Bud Light's actual support was so small too. Like it's not like that can was available for sale. It was like a special edition that they gave just to her.
That's the thing. One-off thing, and they like reacted to the point of fucking. I love the one joke where it's like, they're starting to question like how the LGBT movement stole the rainbow, and we're like, we didn't steal it. We started using it, and you guys ran away from it because you were afraid of catching gay. Like
Catching the gay. The rainbow is God's
Do I need a
promise.
vaccine for that?
You know any more dungeons though
Yes.
I said
that haven't been
love,
looted?
Yes, for them.
I love these great accounts on Twitter that are like
On them.
show like the worst deleted tweets or just insane takes, from like Republicans. And I sent Aries one earlier. I have to pull it up. Okay, this tweet: homosexuality can be cured if you catch it early enough. If your son tells you, "Dad, I'm gay," take him into the wilderness with you. Bring no food and one knife. Now both of you have to survive together for a month. You're telling me he comes back home gay? I bet he doesn't.
What the hell?
What?
Like,
Very
doesn't come back home.
Yeah, he just doesn't come back home.
two men enter, one man leaves.
You traumatized him for the rest of his life and probably destroyed your relationship, and that's gonna make him straight.
Yeah, that's how that works. Yep.
Maybe it'll just make him hate men so much that he'll be straight. Who knows? Yeah.
That's
There it is. We got it.
That's sure something.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
That's definitely a tweet.
Yeah, that belongs on the internet.
I also find it hilarious because they're literally like, the whole argument is that it's supposed to be a choice, right? Yeah, like they're not born that way, and then every single thing is like, no, you can fucking, it doesn't matter, you can make them choose, and it's like, the lengths these fuckers are willing to go to is like,
It's honestly impressive sometimes.
There's a great clip of Ethan from the H3 podcast. H3, you guys probably remember him at the very least. He had one of those like fucking, like hustle bros on his podcast a couple months ago now. Okay, those real like grind set guys, who's of course anti-LGBTQ, and he was going through the whole like left-handed thing. Okay, like the number of left-handed people, which is like a pretty common counter argument now to like homophobes. But then was going on about like, so when did you choose to be straight? Like, when did you choose that you didn't like guys, or decide that you didn't like guys? And he was like, I guess I was just like, I guess I just have never liked guys. Like, I think I was kind of born that way. And he was like, so do I need to spell like the conclusion out for you, or do you kind of understand now? And he was like, what do you mean? Like they're so devoid of reality, they don't realize like, I didn't choose my sexuality, so maybe other people don't either.
They just
blasphemy.
I honestly think they lack the ability to even to imagine life as another person in any amount.
Yeah. Like, I think a lot of times, like, I was gonna say they just don't have any empathy, right?
No empathy
there's no empathy there. As an empath, they don't have empathy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's the thing that like gets me is like
not actually an empath.
Like Dick Cheney is a terrible human being, but he has a gay daughter, so he never like that's the one thing he never like bought into.
Yep.
It's like we
what
need to
power
develop
we have over him.
Get dicked, Dick. Who said that? Chance, was that you?
Come on, man.
You're acting like that's not something.
Even though
Chance would, that's why.
Thank you for talking normally, Chance.
Okay.
On the Dick Cheney part, okay, it's just fucking hilarious because Dick Cheney had 2 daughters. One of them, is a lesbian, and the other one, then openly, very often as she possibly could, talked about how opposed she was to gay marriage. And it's great. It's great. I think you have to be like a special kind of asshole to have a sibling or like someone that close to you that is gay and still be against it. Because then I think you have to be malicious.
Yeah, like
I think you have to be.
I don't see how they wouldn't be at that point.
I'm getting, to be perfectly honest, I'm getting more of a "Daddy loves me more" vibe from that. Like,
maybe
one wants to be the good daughter, but he probably cares about the other one more.
Maybe. I mean, the other daughter, like the daughter who's a lesbian, she back in the day, there was a thing because she publicly came out and was like, Liz, this isn't us, like, to her sister, Liz Cheney, was like, Liz, this isn't us, like, disagreeing on, like, something small, like, how much to spend on the military. This is you disagreeing that I exist. And Liz Cheney was just like, well, that's my opinion.
That's about right.
My opinion that you and everybody like you just should not be, and if you are, we should make you not be. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. And then after voting against gay marriage for years and, protecting same-sex couples, she lost re-election and then was like, oh, by the way, I was wrong on gay marriage. Sorry, guys. Like 10 years later. Like, you just have to be such a piece of shit.
It is funny, though, like, the asshole doesn't fall far from the tree, but also, we're talking about Liz Cheney, who was being touted as the only good Republican.
That's true.
For the last 3 years.
That's true.
Like,
And you know, you gotta remember where she came from, okay? Her
You
dad
grade on a
actually
curve,
shot a
and they
guy,
still fail.
okay? Her dad,
Your dad did shoot a guy. Yeah,
So
he
like,
did.
yeah, generation over generation, the Cheney family's really
Even
improving.
if he shouldn't be in jail for war crimes, he should be in jail for financial crimes.
Yeah, it's true too.
Fucking Halliburton,
And-
anybody? Like,
He should be in federal prison, but you know, we can't be that lucky.
It's true. Oh man, we just lost the Dick Cheney demographic.
Oh no!
Nothing of value is lost.
I was about to say.
And anyways, yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
okay
even
with
sure
this.
Dick Cheney
I'm also-
is the Dick Cheney.
I was just gonna say, I'm
Yeah.
not sure how big the Dick Cheney demographic is. It's probably only like 1 or 2 people.
Whoa,
It's
are we talking
really
about the
weird
Dick
ass
Cheney?
fandom.
Are we talking about the Dick Cheney demographic or people who like the movie Cheney?
Oh, the movie.
Yeah,
LOL.
whatever it was called. You know, the one where Christian Bale decides to look like Dick Cheney for some fucking reason. I don't get him, man. Like, I understand, like, changing your body for the role is impressive,
Oh.
but nothing on God's green earth could possess me to want to look like evil.
Yeah. I can't wait for someone to you know, change their body to look like Henry Kissinger.
Well, I mean, he's got to die first, and since that's clearly not going to happen,
Yeah.
I can't believe that he outlived the Queen and Betty White. I would have
Yeah.
put money on him going first. By the way, for anybody watching, go watch the when you're done with this podcast, go listen to Behind the Bastards on Henry Kissinger, because it is a fucking doozy.
But I'm out of
Yeah.
school. I don't want homework.
Just be prepared,
Dude, it's
for
not
like
homework,
9
it's
hours.
fucking hilarious.
Someone tells me to do
It-
something, it does feel a little bit like homework.
Okay.
If anyone is interested, it is a 6-part podcast, so it is over 9 hours long.
And they keep doing the one
That's
guy
more
does
than
a
homework, that's a fucking
actually
assignment.
really funny
Yeah.
Kissinger impression, and then they all do over the top Nixon impressions. It's great.
If you are even like remotely interested in politics or Henry Kissinger or history, it is a fantastic series to listen to.
I'll admit, I watched it. I watched it recently, like 2 months ago, for the first time, and I laughed so hard I very nearly almost asked my dad to take me to the ER because I couldn't catch my breath afterwards.
There were multiple times where I had moments like that. I feel like I actually listened to at least some of it on the drive with Aries, like back to New York.
That's
and
a good one.
I was dying.
It also teaches you a lot about that nice period of history between the end of World War II and the 90s that most of our history courses tend to, skip.
Yeah.
I'll just say this. The amount of fuckery that went on in the last 50 years that we would have no idea about if you don't actually go out and look up latter 20th century
Your own
history is
research.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I was so when I was in high school, I took political science senior year, and what that really should have been called is U.S. History 2, because
Yeah.
it covered post-World War II to the modern day.
And it's just the classic U.S. Indoctrination.
The amount of stuff I'm pissed that I had to learn on my own is like, I didn't know about the Reagan's AIDS thing until I watched
Really?
I watched a video about Rent, of all fucking things.
Really?
Yeah, I had
About
no
Reagan and AIDS?
Last year's
I had no idea. And then there's a video essayist I like named Lindsay Ellis who does like good videos on stuff I usually wouldn't care about, and she did one on the musical Rent
I really
and the
like
movie
that
adaptation.
musical.
And the
I've
movie
not seen
adaptation. And she literally framed it by pointing out that it was supposed to have taken place during the AIDS crisis. And that was
Yep.
the first time I had ever heard. Wait, what? What happened? I went and looked it up, and I'm like, holy shit, how did I not learn this in school?
Yeah, the fact that, Ronald Reagan just didn't acknowledge that AIDS existed for like 5 years.
That the U.S. government turned a blind eye because the people dying from it were the undesirables.
Yeah. So because I know you are interested, you have to listen to the Dollop episode on Ronald Reagan, which is a 2-parter.
Yep.
Okay? Because they talk a lot about that.
See, the funny thing is with Reagan is, I mean, obviously bad, terrible, but like everybody calls him the root of all evil, and
Yep.
my honest opinion is, it still goes back to Nixon. because without Nixon, you don't get Reagan. You don't get.
But you can just keep going back throughout history and saying that same thing.
I mean, you could, but I mean, obviously, that's how history works: cause and effect.
Because then you go, without the existence of McCarthy, you never get Nixon. No,
but that's the thing. I think you do.
No,
I think you do. I think Dick Nixon was power hungry enough that he could have, and the commie fever was bad enough that I don't know. I think you still, because he kept coming back. He kept fucking coming back. Like, the joke that you won't have old Dick to kick around anymore. It's funny because he was the fucking Clinton of his time. He kept popping up. Like,
you know what else that they forget about Dick Nixon?
That he was in Black Ops 1.
He was blackout drunk the entire time.
No, he's a comer.
Thank you, Tony. Well, thank you, Chance.
But anyways, just my last point on this. If you guys do listen to it, they read through even like transcripts of White House press briefings where in the Reagan one, I mean, they read through like transcripts where Reagan's press secretary is asked about like what the government's response to the AIDS crisis is, and the press secretary's response is to joke like, "Why do you care? Are you gay?" And then the entire press room laughs, and then he just doesn't answer the question. So he would like they would legitimately just make jokes about like, "Oh, you only care about AIDS because you're gay." Ha ha ha. Next question.
No chance. They would say a word I'm not allowed to say on this stream.
Yeah, it's true.
Meow meow. Hello, Space
gamer
Goats.
word? We're allowed to say the
No.
gamer word.
No. What about AIDS?
It's okay. One of my friends said it was. I got.
They were talking about the AIDS epidemic at one point, and then I'll be honest, I kind of zoned out.
You heard gamer word.
They heard gamer word and had to shut that shit down immediately.
All alarm went off in his head.
Yeah.
It just always bothers me. Like I understand the argument that it's hard to teach more recent history because objectivity is harder with recent events. On the other hand, U.S. history taught in schools is already a fucking fairy tale to begin with. So,
what history?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like I don't know how, but somehow Aries was taught that Abe Lincoln was
Gabe
gay.
Lincoln.
That Abe Lincoln was gay, and that the reason he wore the big hat is because he kept a note in there from his gay lover. Actual quote from Aries.
What?
What?
She said she learned that in school.
Yep.
Who the fuck taught you that?
I have several questions.
Yeah. I don't think any of this is gonna get answered tonight.
This came up because I was like, like we were just like in conversation. I was like, well, there was a president that is widely assumed to be gay, and
That
which is
was
Buchanan.
yeah,
Okay.
James Buchanan.
It's like it's very possible and very accepted that he was probably gay. But I was like, that was possibly gay, and Aries was like, yeah, Abe Lincoln. And I thought she was funny. I thought it was like so fucking funny. I was like, why the fuck would you say Abe Lincoln?
I mean, to be fair, Abe Lincoln is in the running for weirdest first lady.
What is it, Mary Todd?
Mary Todd, who either possibly was or believes she was psychic, and it gets weirder from there.
Yeah, but didn't she like lose her mind after the son died?
Yeah,
I think so.
They both kind of did.
I brought myself some
He had a
motorcycle
warm-
gear, and once I get my provisional license, I plan on taking motorcycle lessons. Nice. That
Ooh,
sounds really
What's
cool.
more interesting, his only surviving son
Brian,
ended up
when are you
being
getting
either
your Honda
present
Grom?
or
Saw
tangentially
one on the
related
road the
to
other
all
day.
4 presidential assassinations.
Oh my god.
Oh, no, you know what I saw on the road the other day, Colin?
What?
Or Colin, sorry, Sheldon. I saw a monkey.
Thank you for that, Pat.
He was on
I
the
don't know what
road.
that is.
A Honda monkey. It's what I took my license on.
I really thought you meant like in the backseat
Yeah.
of someone's car.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
You just saw a monkey, and I'm like,
Also-
wow, that is really cool.
I also
Oh my
thought the
God,
same thing, and I was like, why aren't we making a bigger deal of this? What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like,
Monkey's cute. It's like,
why did you only preface this to one person? I love this too.
I was like, why is he so
Monkey's
fucking
like
calm?
a courier bike. I love that.
I love it. I love taking my. I
Oh,
really want
yeah.
one.
Space
They're
Goats
just old
went monkey. Oh, a Honda monkey.
Monkey.
I heard monkey, and I was
I
like,
want Ryan on a Honda Grom so fucking bad.
I look like a
Grom?
fucking clown.
What a stupid name.
Okay, Sheldon, if we're gonna start describing erotic fantasies, that's a good place to start. Anyway.
yeah. Anyways, my turn.
Large man kind of thing.
Anyways,
That
I'm hard.
guy in a little coat.
Something's come up. Anyway.
I've come up.
Oh no!
That's
You
kind
know
of
they make
hot.
pills for that chance.
Without me?
I wanted to get in
Sometimes I come down.
LXR 125 as my first bike. I don't know a lot about bikes, but that sounds cool.
125 is gonna last you a week, I think. 125 is really low.
Oh, you just told me to buy a Grom, motherfucker.
Yeah,
they
but
only come in 125.
That sounds like a vaguely Eastern European slur. Go buy a Grom.
Like 500
Yeah,
cc is
little
way
bit.
too big to start.
To me,
125
Grom
is too
sounds
small.
like surfer lingo.
250 is
Grom?
just.
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah,
drop-
you're shredding the Grom, dude.
Now you're gonna drop it on a
Gnarly.
grommet from John Sean, right?
I'm the highest C. It's the highest CC I can get under a provisional license. Oh, interesting.
Oh, rip.
Actually, wait a minute. I think my license is restricted to like
Damn.
500 or 750.
Yeah, I still have my first bike. It's a 500 cc, and it's way too powerful to start. Don't do that.
Your motorcycle license is restricted?
Yeah, is it in our state? I don't
No.
know.
Well,
Oh, nice.
I was gonna say, and Space Goats has provisional, so I think like, that's gonna be a step like below the full license.
Yeah, that's
typically.
fair.
Yeah, the only restriction that New Jersey puts on is you can get a three-wheeled, like a three-wheel vehicle.
I want to get a super low bike as a secondary. I think it would be a bit of fun.
I saw one of those driving around today that was converted to a Batmobile.
I want a Grom so bad too. I want to ride one. I don't know if I want to own a Grom.
You should ride it because it's a lot tinier than you think. I want the monkey because that was so much fun. It's like a classic bike. Like when you said carrier bike, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Hey,
I gotta get going.
Thanks for hanging out, Nathan.
Of course. You all have a good time. I'll see you later.
Bye.
How dare you leave us?
User disconnected from your channel.
7 minutes until he goes live playing BattleBit on Twitch.
Ryan, where's
And
the,
that is totally okay if that happens, because people are allowed to do what they want with their time.
What was that, Justin?
Where are the other quotes?
Oh, they're in my inventory. Where are you? On the other side. Okay, I'm on my way.
I'll be back. It's food time.
Although the LXR 125 is still a gorgeous bike. One of my neighbors recently got their first bike, and it's an MT 125. Interesting.
Oh, MTs are nice.
Yeah, all these numbers and letters make a lot of sense.
I'm not familiar.
I think Tony is just serving as a relay to Tyler.
I don't know bikes that well. Like I know cars.
Yeah,
I know cars very
um,
well. Like not like internal components, but I know like specific brands and types.
I was going to say, if we were talking about car brands and stuff, yeah, I could like be like, yes, I know this one. I know this
I'm
one.
talking about, like,
I
more
know this
specific,
one.
like models and.
I don't
like,
know that
trims.
far. I could probably name a few like types of each car, like brand
Hey, Tony,
names.
Tony, you don't know all the cars? How dare you?
No, it's like I'm always like the least knowledgeable on cars in any of like the groups I'm in for the most part.
No, yeah, I'm in the same boat.
I can distinguish cars by their engine sound sometimes.
That's insane. But for some reason, when Collin was just speaking, I had a flashback to the classic of, "Oh, you're a feminist? Name one woman."
We have 6 copper.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh
Are
well.
you stealing all my copper?
I was just running over to see if we had enough. We currently do not.
So
There's more unsmelted stuff.
I don't think I mentioned
place to
going
count.
to see the movie to anyone in here, but I saw the
Barbenheimer?
Barbie movie.
You didn't see Oppenheimer though?
Let me
You
get
didn't do the Barbenheimer?
let me get there. I saw the Barbie movie on Thursday. I liked it. I thought it was good. It's a fun time. Not the movie I was expecting, but it was still really, really good. And the theater we went to, when we got there, they didn't like check our tickets or anything. Cool. So we were like, oh, that's funny. And then as we were leaving, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we just walked into another movie right now?
Nice.
So we walked into Oppenheimer and saw the second half of Oppenheimer for free.
Oh my god!
It was good.
I only saw half of it, but how was it?
So I feel like good, because I don't want to get too bogged down into like the plot or anything, but like to me, the second half is the half I knew less about.
You make it seem like we don't know the conclusion of that movie.
So. That's not the conclusion of the movie, though.
Ryan,
no, you're right. No, I was joking.
Yeah.
Like, we know what he does.
Yeah. So I got. So I'll just. For those who know like history, they'll know that in order for the thing he made to work, there's testing that needs to be done. And we got there as that was happening.
Oh, okay.
But that's literally halfway through the movie. There's a whole bunch of that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's the big things that happened afterwards.
Yeah, so the stuff afterwards, to me, was that's what I would have wanted to say.
I saw a clip. They got, freaking Gary Oldman plays Truman, and I want to see it.
Yeah, he's in the second half as well. Or only the second, I don't know. But, yeah, both, I really enjoyed the Barbie movie. It was fun. I was really excited for a few things in it. One of them I knew was happening ahead of time, and it was a cameo. And I got very excited when it happened.
Is it someone we should know, or...?
Yeah. I just don't... I'll say it, I don't care. John Cena was in it.
That's hilarious.
What?
Yeah.
Wasn't Josh Peck in it? I saw that on Wikipedia.
Oppenheimer. He was in Oppenheimer, not Barbie.
Wait, so John Cena was in Barbie?
Yes.
What the fuck? As John Cena?
No.
Oh.
And Michael Cera was in Barbie as well, and I enjoyed that a lot. I like Michael Cera.
That was less surprising.
Yeah.
Please tell me he's male Barbie and he has a female Ken.
No, he's
know who he played because he always plays the same character. I think
he played Alan.
Who the fuck's Alan?
Who the fuck
Alan? They at one time in Barbie they made Alan the male friend of Ken, and they only ever made one of him.
Oh my!
And Michael Cera played that guy. I don't know. So,
but is it like a Michael Cera character? Because like Michael Cera plays the same character in every movie.
It's a Michael Cera character, yeah.
Okay,
but the context makes it better because what if Michael Cera was simped on by Ryan Gosling?
like yeah, Michael Cera is in a league with like Ryan Reynolds, who also plays the same character in every movie.
Hey, look, Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds plays did the same character in every movie post Deadpool.
Yes. That's a good qualifier to add.
And I'll say the same thing about Johnny Depp.
Character.
Johnny Depp doesn't play the same character. He just is very eccentric in every single role to a degree where it doesn't always need to be that eccentric, but that's just who you brought on. A person that actually plays the same character in every movie is Will Smith.
Yeah,
that's also true.
Older Keanu Reeves.
Yes, also those are people.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves was a little different. I mean,
yeah, but he hasn't been in anything else in years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's just old. Old Keanu Reeves is different.
Yeah,
or the same. I mean,
look, old Keanu gets to be John Wick. All right, like.
I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm just saying
he just is John Wick, and that's the only character he's played since.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, has he been in anything else really?
Look,
Probably,
you
but he's
star
probably
in
also
literally the
played.
best action
Yeah.
movie of the 2010s, and then do something different.
I still
afterwards.
haven't watched it.
Yeah,
I've not
Oh
seen
my
a
God.
single John
I
Wick.
have to admit that I still haven't seen it.
You three need to sit down and watch John Wick, the number one, because it's a.
Like, I know how the
Hold on.
movie goes, so I
Hold on.
just
This is a good excuse to mention that I have a movie theater room, and you guys should come down. We'll watch it together.
Oh, you know, in that scenario, sure.
Like, I don't.
But just on
wanna
my own,
overhype
I
it.
don't really have any interest.
I don't want to overhype it. I really don't. But this is an action movie. Anybody trying to make an action movie for the next 20 years should be forced to sit down, watch, and then watch a video essay about.
And thank you for the hydrate. And thank you for Space Ghost for sharing all of the dream bikes with us. I think those are very cool.
The guy that directed it was literally Keanu Reeves' stuntman from the Matrix movies.
Wait, really?
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Like, let me put it this way. When I got out of the theater, I could not believe this wasn't based on a comic or anything. It
So-
was...
Has anyone else here seen Barbie or Oppenheimer?
I really want to convince people in New Jersey to all meet up and watch Barbie, but I have a feeling we're all too busy.
And
It
not
was
Oppenheimer?
fun.
You don't want to do the double feature? Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna
What,
see.
you're not into Barbenheimer?
I
Yeah.
told my little brother I'd go see Oppenheimer with him. Don't at me.
Okay.
Okay, so we're
fair.
going to see it with your brother. Cool.
So
Exactly.
we just need to time it that I can sneak into the theater and see the first half of Oppenheimer.
Okay.
True,
And
and-
then what do you go see the
And then
second half
sneak
of
him
Barbie
out.
at that point, or, like, you stop?
I've
No.
already seen all of Barbie. I don't need to see this, but I'd probably watch it again.
You say you gotta keep the tradition alive at that point.
Yeah. When streaming stuff are over, I'll tell you what theater I went to. And yeah. Anyways, because they might do that all the time. So
Good to know.
yeah, that's
Write
what I'm
that
like.
down later.
Yes.
If it's where I think it is, that
I
doesn't
don't-
surprise me.
I don't think it's going to
Yeah,
be a
we
one
will
you're
talk about that
thinking
later.
of, but which this has no context for anyone that's not us. Literally, actually, I think just us two in this call right now is, I think. But, you know, that's okay. You know what else is okay? All of us. You're all pretty good.
We're all right, as the That 70s Show theme song.
We're all right. We're all right. Thank you, Wisconsin.
I watch
Hello,
that show
Wisconsin? Jesus Christ, are you uncultured?
Dude, I watch that show all the friggin' time. in high
I'm
school,
just
and
I'm gonna
I
be
tried to go-
listening very carefully to everything you say for the next about hour, Chance.
Thank you, Tony.
Just so
Now-
I can yell at you back.
What I've noticed is me and Collin somehow had very similar interests and upbringings with like the media we consumed. So like when I was in high school, that show was on like in my room 24/7 when I was doing other things. It was just always on in the background, always.
Yeah, I love to do. I did homework too, and I played games. Like my dad.
100%. Always.
My dad would laugh because I'd have it like something on the Xbox, but I'd have it open on my laptop.
Hell yeah, me too.
I don't know, and that'd also be on my phone.
Hi, this is how I've watched 10 seasons of Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Like, yeah, it's normal, but he always treated it like it was weird. Anyway, that 70 show was good, but I went back and tried to rewatch it, and
Really?
Well,
I
here's
think it
my-
holds up.
here's the problem: it holds up somewhat, but knowing what, so I loved Hyde, and that dude, the actor, is a
Yeah.
rapist and a fucking Scientologist, and it
Oh,
kills my
double whammy.
buzz watching the show.
Yeah, it sucks, but
It's
you
hard
know,
to
it
for me it's hard to rewatch content with someone like that in it.
Well, so
No
someone
matter
that
how
gets-
good
like,
it was.
It depends on like what level of fuck up it is, but like that's just like,
No, for me it's
Yeah.
it's a no go.
and it's kind of a pain in the ass too, because I'm a big fan of Death of the Author. Like, you know, the real life people shouldn't make a difference in the media consume, and yet.
I don't think I don't subscribe to that personally. I think the real life person does mean a lot to the like what media you consume. Like for example, there's a very popular series that I will never give any money to for the rest of the time as I live. But
what's that?
You should probably know.
I'm gonna assume it's Jowling, Cowling, Rowling.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
See,
so I don't care how good anything is, I'm not gonna be giving.
So I think it has to be separated out because, like, so for someone who, like J.K. Rowling, okay, that is solely their work, you could make the argument, you know, whereas like something like that 70s show, Hyde is not the only character.
See,
You know what I mean?
my problem with letting go of the Harry Potter stuff specifically is that those books are such a core, thematic, were a core thematic thing that built me. And also, the writing is still really good. Like, she managed to write a book series that, like, was so inclusive that people were in denial about how much of a piece of shit she was because the writing was good. It was like, there was little textual evidence that she, like, was not this terrible person, and it's like, it just happened to be a coincidence, and it's just so frustrating. But I swear to God, I reread those books in high school, and, like, I don't know, man. I'll tell you this, as a kid that lost a parent, her depiction of Harry's grief after losing Sirius, like, is some real shit. Like, I don't know. It just it bugs me because, like, you want the people who make the things you like to be as good or better as a person than you are. But even when they're not, sometimes you can still vibe with them, right? And it's weird.
Yeah, and like, and the thing is, like, I'm not, like, for any, like, product choices I make, I'm not gonna judge anyone else for what if they keep doing whatever, you know? Like, if that's something important to your identity, okay. I'm not gonna...
And that, kids, is why it's okay to pirate things, because if you're pirating from shitty people, they don't deserve your money.
It's true.
We have an exclamation point Collin in the chat now.
No, no, I weirdly agree with that. So
no, I do too, but I just don't like the idea of it legally.
I don't care.
I am not affiliated, associated with, or a part of the background noise, HydroxideAnt, or Tony is a brand. Trademark.
Collin's not part of the HydroxideAnt cinematic universe. No.
I don't know.
It's a background noise cinematic universe over here.
Because of Rowling, and also because I still really like Louis C.K.'s stand-up, and it's really awkward.
Yeah, there's a lot of media that, like, you know, it's...
Why can't people just be good?
You wish it were that easy, right? Like, it seems like there's so many people who are in, like, positions of power, whether through social influence or, like, elected, that they just are shitty people. And they always will be. And it's just like, yeah, I feel like it's not that hard to be a good person.
Also, for a lot of it shouldn't be that hard to shut the fuck up, too. Like,
yeah, and if you're a shitty person, just don't talk.
But that's the joke, right? Like, if she never had Twitter, J.K. Rowling would still be the queen of fantasy literature today. Like, I don't understand how, as soon as she started up with that shit, her, like, publicist didn't knock her out and tie her hands up and smash her phone to smithereens.
This was hacked. Smile.
Like, smile.
I don't know. I just, like, what do you hire those people for if not to do exactly that? You know?
Yeah. Also, at a certain point, it's like, uh-oh. It's too late.
Uh-oh.
I guess. It's like...
I don't know.
It's just... I guess it's a different perspective when it's not happening to you, but from down here in the cheap seats, it's so stupid.
it's also like, it's crazy like how little, and I am referring to something in particular which I will not say any names or anything of, like how little power someone could have, and it's still they end up being a really shitty person.
This could refer to so many people.
Yeah. So that's why vague is good sometimes. I don't know. I think I'm just live in a constant state of being disappointed in people.
Me too.
Me too.
Twinsies.
Look at us all so happy and disappointed
Fucking
in other
depressed.
people. Yeah. Yep, you said it. You said it the correct way. I was saying it in the coy way. Oh, you know, it's just how it be sometimes, I guess.
Well, it's literally.
What it is.
I have to say this.
Be what it is.
It's becoming not just a known problem, but a written about problem in psychology, where people are like, so the world is generally shitty, but you still. So what happens when someone comes in is depressed or is having problems, but also things are just objectively shitty?
Yeah.
But it's become one of those things that now people who work are actually having to talk about their approaches to, like, how do you counsel someone when their fears are entirely justified and supported by facts?
Yeah, that is something I've wondered too. Is it's like the world kind of sucks, and like if that's someone's main problem, that the world kind of sucks. Like, how do you approach that? You can't, or you're just gonna gaslight them. And I don't think gaslighting your patients is a good idea. Like I'm not a doctor.
Gaslighting you.
It's not gaslighting per se, but like it's kind of bad in its own way. But you kind of have to refocus you have to try and refocus them on themselves and their life, which is healthy, but also I feel like it's kind of a microcosm of the whole situation.
Yeah.
Don't think about the world coming to an end. Think about your problem.
Think about your world coming to an end, specifically just yours.
I've always wondered if that old advice, you know, what is it, change what you can, accept what you can't, is really turned out to really backfire on us all. Because, like, yeah, you can't individually change climate change, but, you know, you stack enough of us on top of each other, eventually something will happen, right?
Yes and no. Because, like, I'm pretty sure that the data is like, if every single person in the United States started taking showers that were only 6 seconds long, they would save approximately 7 seconds of the Earth's time, you know, before it implodes. Like, our impact is so low on an individual scale just because, like, it's corporations with climate change, you know?
Yeah, my dad's always touting, he's like, yeah, we gotta do all these things and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, I agree, but it's really not our fault.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? He's like, well, anything helps. I'm like, yeah, anything helps, but it's really not what's gonna solve the issue here.
Yeah, like, it's better than doing nothing, that's for sure.
Yes.
But we are far beyond the point where, like, individuals can solve it. Like, we're at the point now that, like, major intervention needs to happen because it's just not.
Which is not too much.
We're at the point where the government would have to step in, and
we all
exactly
know how that's
it's not happening.
Yeah.
It will not happen.
At what point do you think the rhetoric is going to shift? This is something I'm, like, morbidly curious about. At some point, they're going to stop saying, like, they're going to just give up on saying we can fix it, and they're going to be campaigning on shit's fucked, right? Like,
shit's fucked, let's make what we can out of it.
I'm legit wondering, like, if they're, like, because I don't know. I'm very curious about. I think we know which one will make the pivot first. But like,
I don't know. I think you're wrong.
You guys are
you're
gonna
gonna
fucking
say,
headlines this week,
You're gonna
right?
say
like,
Republicans are gonna make the pivot first. No, they're not. Democrats are gonna give up and just be like, everything's fucked. We waited too long because Republicans are still going to deny it existed in the first place.
That's what I thought you were. That's what I thought Collin was referring to. That first was that, like, the Dems would, or the left in general would, like, admit it first, and it'd be like, well, it's all fucked. Anyways,
See, at this point, if a Democratic candidate started campaigning on, hey, shit's fucked, so let's go kill the fuckers that fucked it for us, I'd vote for him.
Bro.
There you
Real.
go.
This is real.
Like,
This
I don't
post
know.
has been fact-checked by true Dark Brandon acolytes.
Fucking I cannot believe that was made canon. I just can't.
Yeah, that is pretty great. It's
a canon event.
It is a canon
I
event.
really want to think, like, one night Joe Biden was just, like, really sad, just, like, dealing with all these fuckers, and an intern just happened to be scrolling and was showing him some stuff, and he just, like, lit up like a 5-year-old, like, oh, this is really cool, Jack. I don't know.
Yeah. That seems like a nice thought.
Yeah, we can't be having those.
Nice thoughts? Oh, yeah, sorry.
My brain, what are you doing out in the real world again?
You're not allowed. You know that you have been locked away for looks at watch my entire life.
I mean, technically, you're locked inside your skull, not the other way around, but...
That's what my skull wants you to think.
That's what a skeleton would say.
Actually, technically, you're locked inside your skeleton, which is locked inside your meninges, which is locked inside your skin. So, when you get down to it, we're really all like ogres. We have layers.
We're like ogres. Ogres are like onions. We have layers. Don't bite. What? Please don't bite the onion like an apple.
Please do not bite.
Aries has done that to a potato.
That's okay.
Bitten a potato like an apple?
Was the potato
What,
cooked?
have you not?
It was a
No,
raw potato.
raw.
Oh,
Raw
God.
Yeah,
potato.
what's wrong with that?
Yeah, that's just normal.
I didn't eat the whole thing. I just did it.
You wasted
Listen,
a potato? Is that
No,
what I'm
no,
hearing?
no, no.
I don't know.
Then I cooked it and actually like ate it. I just wanted to know what it was like, you know.
It was raw.
Yeah.
It was totally raw.
WWE raw.
Raw. Brought to you by Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah. Bite into a Slim Jim. Anyways. What's the dark corner of my mind? What were you going to say, Ryan?
I was just singing a song.
Oh, okay. So share it to class.
Hey, baby.
Baby. Is that Wonderwall?
Yeah. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Anyways.
I did
Alexa?
have... I will admit
Alexa,
this.
play Wonderwall.
I did have a phase in my life where I did judge others who did not... who unironically liked Wonderwall.
It's still a good song. Fuck you.
High school me sees you, Tony, and says fuck you.
Wonderwall is...
I'm no longer in that phase, is what I'm trying to say.
You know, Oasis is one of those
you've
bands
angered
I've always
the
had to get
fandom.
more into, but I only like the 1 or 2 songs.
No, my modern day Tony is just like, I don't really give a fuck what other people listen to, or
But
if I
you
hear a
still don't
song.
like the song?
I
No,
feel like
it's
that's
fine.
That's what you're supposed to do as you get older, though. You're supposed to, like,
Yeah.
stop hating on genres. Like,
It wasn't. It was very specific, like...
Or you stop hating. You stop having
songs,
such hard
yeah.
opinions on music. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like, the longer you live, the more diverse music you probably get exposed to.
If you looked at the music I listen to, you would think I'm like schizophrenic or something, probably. Just
Like-
because like there is no rhyme nor reason for like back to back to back to back to back.
I literally,
You know?
I have like Bob Dylan.
Every
next to, like,
genre and
crap
60% of it
remixes
is
next to, like,
ska.
lo-fi Hellsing abridged music. Like,
Oh,
They-
shit.
I also
Sheldon, I have a
keep-
picture I have to send you about ska.
I
There is
also
no-
keep like every song from every single different type of genre in the same playlist.
Yep.
And listen to them right after the other.
I will say this: high school me would have like thought I had really fucking lost it if he saw my current playlist.
Yes. Also,
I've got all
same.
like, because I was very much like anti-trap, anti-modern music back in high school, and now that's like a lot.
Really? You listen to fucking trap?
Okay, not like, I don't know.
I would say no shame for any music people listen to. By the way,
I don't even know if trap's the right word. I listen to like fucking like I don't know remixes
like house
and shit.
I was gonna say it's like house music or
it's like I don't know why, but I get remixes of like that kind of stuff on my thing, like remixes of Mr. Rage and In Heat, but it's actually Suicide Year, that kind of shit. I literally don't have the words to describe it because I don't. It's just YouTube Rex, but like I end up liking it. I also think it's because my car has a really good sound system and the bass is fucking amazing.
There you go.
Reason enough.
That was my grandmother's car, and she really liked she liked having high-end everything. So good stereo.
You're a good stereo.
My heart's a stereo.
My heart's a stereo.
Please, sirs, you're showing your age.
Oh my god, he's right.
Sheldon and I are the same age.
No, Sheldon's 90.
I'm like 47 internally.
I didn't say mentally, eternally. I meant physically. How many rotations we've had.
I jump from like 70 to like 14 every other second.
Yeah, no, that's yep.
But I kind of also feel like that's just like what being in your 20s these days is like.
There are so many times where I just feel like an old bastard these days, by the way.
Dude, I was at the beach for 4th of July. I was like, why are there all these little shits around here? I do not remember all these little kids being around all the time.
I get so annoyed when children are around. And it's like, I am so old.
See, I have the opposite. Like, I see little kids nowadays, and even though I've never been in a relationship, I'm like, I love little kids. When they're old enough to run around and scream, like, fuck them, but, like...
No, Ryan. I knew someone was going to bring it there, but I just knew it wasn't going to be me.
I need fucking serotonin at my fucking minimum wage.
No, that's fair.
Right?
No, let's say, listen, there has to be a few. Well, I guess there would have to be, but it'd be nice if there were a few people around, like in about a century from now. So, you wanting a kid, that's not the worst in the world.
No, I think we ended here. I think we're good.
I was gonna say, I'd never bring a kid into this world. Like, kidding? Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I have friends who want to have kids, and I'm like, that's valid. If you want to do that, have it. I just don't. I don't think. I have a lot of reasons why I don't want to have a kid. I have a lot of like my own personal like health problems and stuff that I'm like, ooh, my genetics might not be the best to pass on. So if I was to have a kid, I would probably adopt.
I could never like imagine like bringing something into this world that could possibly have the same type like. Bringing something into this world against its will, and it has the same type of mental shit I have going on, you know?
I have so much dementia and cancer in my family. It's just, I don't know if they'd make it that long.
Well, look at the bright side, Ryan. They wouldn't remember it.
Oh.
Please.
Look, we could either laugh or we could cry, alright? I choose the first.
Do both.
You can laugh and cry at the same time. That is
real Sigma male moment. Do both.
So I have both laughed until I cried and cried until I laughed.
Same. But
the second one is way weirder.
Crying until you laugh.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how deep we want to get tonight.
Dude, I'm always fucking here to get deep.
I know I get to a point sometimes where I mentally break, and that's like where I cry, and then eventually it just becomes funny to me.
I mean, that's the thing. Once you like, I feel like a lot of days people try to distract themselves from that type of shit, and the whole point is, if you feel the emotion you're currently feeling, your brain self-corrects. Like, if you just keep distracting yourself from the bad shit, you boil over. But if you actually let yourself experience the bad shit you're feeling, you climb back out of the pit a lot easier.
I'm proud enough to admit, and if I don't want to admit this, I'll edit this out, that I occasionally have like a nice crying session because I need it. I'll say that. I break that point mentally where I just have to cry. And, yeah, I do.
It's 2023. Guys are allowed to cry now.
Yeah, well, we are, but there's a lot of people that still say no.
Yeah, those people are several words I can't say on stream, but desperately want to.
Wait. Like, words we can say on stream now, like the game.
Like the game award.
No. No. But yeah. Sometimes like I think
is
that's
the C word banned on Twitch. I feel like it.
Which one?
The one the Australians say.
I feel like it can't be just because of
I
the
don't
regional ties.
think it is, but like.
I've 100% said it on your stream. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I didn't want to say I'm pretty sure that at the minimum Ryan has said it before.
Oh, I say it all the time. It's my favorite word to use.
And I know a lot of. I feel like other people have said it before as well.
I blame Jim Jeffries and Game of Thrones. All right.
Oh, I just say it because it makes people extremely uncomfortable, and I have said it in the car with my mom, and she's been very,
my mom hates
very
it.
concerned.
See, I dropped it in front of my dad once, and he got really pissed off. But he started watching Game of Thrones too, and I've said it nowadays, and he's like, he gives me a look, but he doesn't get super pissed anymore.
It's really not that bad of a word. I really don't understand why people have such like a.
It's one of those things like the F word, where I don't use it about the people it's supposed to be about. I use it about people that I think are terrible. You know what I mean?
I don't think the C word has that negative of a connotation in comparison to the other word.
Oh God, no. But you know, I would never call a woman a C word. Just
I have. Absolutely, I have.
I would call her one if she was being a C word. See, this is where you get into the fucking language problem. But like, I don't know. If you're doing something that requires top shelf language, I'm gonna go there. You know.
I
requires
drive
top
in
shelf
the northern
language.
part of our
It's
state.
expensive.
Colin, I have to drive in the northern part of my state. That is a normal vocabulary for me.
None of you will ever drive with me because I'm a
Because you
different
don't let us?
person when I'm upset. I'm a
don't have us
different
anymore?
person when I'm upset while driving.
I have a history of just saying really fucked up things, but it's not like cursing and stuff. It's just like you have to ask Mark one time, because Mark was in the car one time when I let it slip. I try not to let it slip when other people are in the car, but someone like cut me off and I just like whispered, "I hope you die in a fire tonight."
Yeah. Okay. Going back to the problem is, I feel like I think that I try not to say it out loud because
sometimes the. So,
because if I say I hope you fucking crash, their brakes are gonna fail right in front of me, and I'm going with them.
Sometimes the little thought bubbles get popped, you know.
And I get to go. I'm in.
Actually, that would be a nice one.
You don't want to tempt the thing from high atop to whatever, you know.
I absolutely will. Let's do it. Come on. That's fun.
Well, no, because Ryan, you won't die. You'll be in the crash, but it'll be the worst case scenario. You'll be quadriplegic.
No, there is a current,
You have a DNR on file?
No, my sister does, just on her own. She's like, if you're in a wheelchair, you're just going down the hill. Jesus Christ. And I'm perfectly okay with it. I'm like, if I'm in that case, do it.
So, my family used to say this thing, and it still comes up occasionally, it's like, if someone is like, down to a wheelchair and like, you know, they're like, it's their time, we're gonna go to Yankee Stadium at the tippiest top of the stadium and just let the wheelchair go.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's like,
nah, man, I'm doing what that guy did in that one Bill Burr skit. I'm gonna rent a helicopter, shotgun a beer, and then just jump.
I mean, there are worse ways.
There are. Probably too many of them, to be honest.
Anything's possible.
You know, I heard that Kim is actually possible.
Tim?
Yeah.
What's the sitch?
Tim? Do you say what's the sitch or what's the stitch? Because Stitch is from Lilo and Stitch, which I enjoyed.
We're not talking about
it's a double
Stitch.
whammy.
We're not talking about Stitch. All right. Have you guys seen the live-action Abomination?
We're not going to talk about that. That doesn't
What?
exist.
Avatar? Dragon Ball?
Do you say Lilo? Why doesn't Lilo and Stitch exist?
Yes,
I'm
but
so
actually,
confused.
no.
No, because there's a not real. Definitely, it's a fan fiction.
They're making a
movie.
live-action Lilo and Stitch, Tony. All right.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
It's
for real?
bad. It looks bad.
Yeah,
it's gonna
it's
be.
so
It's gonna
bad.
be as bad as all the other ones, if not worse.
oh, I'm not excited about that.
The person who's playing Lilo is not Polynesian.
That's
I didn't even
confusing.
notice that because the CGI for Stitch is just.
Is there like
Nicole
a trailer or
said
something
she
out?
thinks It got canceled actually.
I hope so. Wait, did it get canceled?
The
or did
only
the writer's strike push it back?
live-action, or sorry, animation to live-action movie I've enjoyed was the Initial D movie.
I just fucking. Lilo and Stitch drives me up the wall because it's like the prime example of of a Disney movie that would have been much better without the fantastical bullshit.
How long ago was this? Like the trailer
I'm not sure.
teaser? Okay,
Like this year, I think.
okay, so this isn't real then. Probably what I'm looking at.
Is it the thing where the one I saw was an abomination? Like it was just, it was like the first Sonic trailer level bad CGI.
But you don't like the teeth?
Nobody likes the teeth, and if they do, they should be stabbed.
Wait, Toast is what? Hold on. What did Nick post?
Toast like disguised Toast?
Yeah, apparently he's going to be playing with AOC.
Again?
Or are they running that stuff back?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's cool.
They're playing Amogus.
Oogus.
I want to play Amogus. We haven't played Amogus in a long time.
You get the Scream costume for free. Incredibly cursed.
The what?
There was a collaboration with the movie Scream and Among Us, and it was the mask and like everything like that. Incredibly cursed. Like, terrible. But I love it so much.
Beep beep. I'm a sheep. I said beep beep. I'm a sheep.
No!
Oh. Meow meow. I'm a cow. I said meow meow. I'm a. No! I love Tom Scott.
I used to watch him like every day. And then he stopped doing those daily videos, and now I just don't even watch his monthly ones.
I so like when he comes out with like any skits or something, I watch them immediately. But I don't watch all of his side channel content like I used to.
Yeah, Dark Squid used to be like really like a daily thing I'd watch, and then
I'll
I
be right
just
back.
stopped. I don't know why I did.
So the things I like, he did a video or like 2 or 3 videos recently where he like the entire premise of the video is like the timeline of when he tried to, I think like I'm going to say it was NordVPN, but I don't know which of the VPN services. He was basically trying to get fired and by making the most cursed things possible for like with NordVPN.
Oh yeah,
like ads.
I remember this.
And like that, I'm like, all right, this is the content I need in my life. This is great. Yeah, I am. I'll always love the OG content. And anytime a new if a new ASDF movie comes out, I'll always watch it. I don't think there's a point in my life where I'll say, nah.
As long as it's not the one about all the farting, which was just really
That was
bad.
not good. No, that was or probably the worst
Yeah.
one. I want to guess that was like 11 or something. I don't know if that's
It's definitely up there. It's double digits.
was the case. But yeah, no, like love Tumska. But So like, I'm really confused, and like, and this is going back to like seeing the Barbie movie and stuff. I don't get why a lot of people are saying that like they didn't like the movie.
Goddamn woke took over Barbie.
Is that really like the only reason that people are saying they don't like the movie? Because, like, I guess it's my perspective. That's kind of dumb.
You're trying to apply logic to their thinking.
Yeah, you're right.
Seen it, but I am interested in Ryan Gosling.
I need to do this in the calmest way possible. Mr. Gosling was very Ryan Gosling in the movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
And if you don't know what I mean, is I was trying to say he was very attractive in the movie because he's Ryan Gosling. But I mean also Margot Robbie, anyways. They picked two attractive people very well, I'd say, for the two roles. It makes sense.
Of attractive people.
The only way it could have been better if it was like Danny DeVito.
That's peak.
Like Danny DeVito played Ken and like
Barbie.
I was gonna say in Willem Dafoe for some reason played Barbie. I don't know why that's what was in my head.
I mean, that could work too.
Yeah.
Well, there are multiple different Barbies, right? We can make this work.
There are at least 3. And that's just my number for when there's clearly more than. I had a good time. I think that was a fun movie to see. And if you don't like it, then go lick a salt lamp.
Why would you? Why?
What?
Huh? Why?
Why? Which way?
Lick a salt lamp.
Because people want to know if it's really salt.
You know, Aries friends did that.
I recently found out a group of friends did that as well, and not like at the same time, just throughout their lives, that they all had happened to lick a salt lamp because they were curious.
I've never been curious.
And
the salt lamp.
It is salty. I have it on in front of me on my desk right now.
I was gonna say, and they all said, "Yeah, made of salt. Yeah, it definitely was. It was just licking salt."
Definitely made of salt.
Well, like, I mean, you gotta check, right? Just in case.
I'm not against it. You know, I feel like that's completely reasonable.
You think it's just gonna like taste like a rock, like nothing, just like rough, but it's salty as hell. It's salt.
What if they gave you quartz instead of, pink Himalayan salt? You gotta check.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. You would know. You'd be like, wait a second. I specifically requested pink Himalayan, and this is not because, how do I know? I have a salt lamp that's pink Himalayan, and this is not what it tastes like.
I have a degree.
True.
I am a tree.
Lorax would like to know your location.
That's Danny DeVito. I'm also okay with this.
Yeah, you're right.
Classic DeVito.
Yeah, that's definitely classic DeVito right there.
One of my favorite hobbies is just imagine movies, but if it had Danny DeVito in it. I think we did that as a podcast topic one time.
It's very probable that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, how long has Question of the Week been around? Probably at least 200 episodes, right?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Been around for a while.
I don't remember when I started doing the Question of the Week, truthfully.
Actually, it's probably 400 episodes. I feel like it's been the vast majority of episodes.
Question of the Week was added when I started really doing Twitch.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't do... So, like, I had topics that I'd bring every week, but I would bring multiple topics.
Yeah.
Not just like a specified question of the week.
I remember the topics.
Every week I'd bring a list of 20 topics and we'd and we did that for a while.
And some weeks we'd talk through all 20 of them in 20 minutes, and then other weeks we'd talk about one of them for 3 hours.
And I realized that it was nearly impossible to keep a list of 20 topics constantly going, so I couldn't do that anymore.
I remember we would like roll a dice or something and choose a topic.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
About that.
And there was always the one hidden thing in there that I loved personally. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about?
No.
Lightning round!
Oh yeah, the lightning. Yeah.
So...
Wow, I forgot. That's such a deep memory.
Yeah. So I'm currently... I haven't contacted, like, OG people yet, so... it's kind of spoiling a few plans for 500, which is in... This is 3 episodes from now. This is 497. So 498, 499, 500. I'm going to be reaching out to, like, a few people who, like, are from Background Noise Pass to see if they have any interest in coming on. I'll tell this to everyone now, because this is late in the podcast. A lot of people might not get here. I think I'm going to make everyone participate in a lightning round.
Oh, God.
And be the subject of a lightning round.
I'm not going to be here, probably.
And anyone in chat can add questions as well. That's the big difference from, like, lightning rounds in the past, is we usually did not have, like, chat involvement. For anyone who doesn't know what a lightning round is, because I realize that's a lot of the older thing we're doing. Basically, someone's put on the hot seat, and you ask them as many questions as you want, and we get like 5 to 10 minutes to come up with questions. And you ask them anything you want. About anything.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
You know, this year, November of this year is episode 520, which is 10 years.
That one...
And it looks like the filming date is about November 30th.
Okay.
Okay. So, I think we have to start planning for that, because I won't be here for 500, but I will be here for 520.
I have an idea for 520. We did shoot it, but we'll see. That would take a lot of effort.
520 should be special. How about for 520, I set up a camera in my bathroom. I find the toaster bathtub live on air.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah.
It got better.
4K.
Yeah, we wrote off the Chance character in this episode.
It should be a pay-per-view, and yes, we're writing him off.
If I'm gonna have to pay for this, you gotta have at least 2 toasters.
After 8 seasons? After 8 seasons, they're finally writing off Chance.
I feel like this is season. Every year is a season, right? So this is season 9. If we want to be like silly and add seasons to it.
After 9 seasons, they're finally killing off Chance. Damn, that's sad.
Now the question is, are we going to like completely never mention Chance again, or does Chance get replaced by someone who looks suspiciously like?
So we're basically we're gonna have Chance, which is just Chance with a mustache, but they don't need to know that.
So there's so many ways you can go about killing off a character these days, you know, like. That 70s show, because it's on the brain, because we talked about it, is a great example. Because even in that show, there's the idea... There's several characters that get killed off in different ways. So, like, Donna's sister is just in an episode and then never mentioned again, and then from then on out, they talk about Donna being an only child, even though she had a sister in one episode in, like, the first season. There's Eric's sister, who they just completely replaced the character... with the actress with someone that looks absolutely nothing like her after like 4 seasons. Okay. And then in like that 90s show, they just pretend that Hyde never existed as part of the friend group. And they just make no mention of him at all. But then I know if you guys know The Ranch, the Netflix show, which he was also in, Danny Masterson, I'm pretty sure they just killed him off. Like, he just randomly dies between seasons. And they just constantly make jokes about his death afterwards. So,
there are many ways to do it.
I think in my scenario, I think it's kind of a random death, and it's like pretty stupid. So in actuality, I'm on camera, just showing you around the house, and I like slip on a banana peel and like crack my skull open. You know, like that's something that's really funny and like super random, and then everyone's just like shell shocked, and then from then on out, everyone's just constantly making jokes about like, well, at least you didn't go out like Chance. You know?
I don't know. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
It's pretty funny. So like, there are people who aren't allowed on the show anymore. I don't know if that means we killed off their characters.
Cause the drama.
No, there are definitely some people that I would rather just probably, like, I don't know, put a cheese grater to my forehead or something than.
You know, Tony, here's what we do. We invite everyone.
No.
Okay? Hold on. We invite everyone, but you're not actually there. There's just a bot in here that's streaming it, and we can hear them all bicker, because a lot of them have beef with each other as well.
Like, it's a beef with each other that's 7 years old, and they probably haven't thought about, though, in a really long time.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, dude. Beef stays. And it spoils over time. It gets disgusting and messier.
I have 3, maybe 4 people in mind who I'm going to ask to come on. There's more than 4 that are perm-banned, probably. I would have to look through the list, because there's a few that made I've referenced this before. There are 2 that made me like cut out a section of a podcast. Yeah. They're never coming back on.
You also haven't spoken to them.
No. I mean, like... But I even mean, like, for some reason, either of those people were to come back into my life in some capacity, I just would never allow it.
Yeah.
There's a few people, like, I think I mentioned this a few weeks ago, where it's like, they're, like, the significant other of someone else I don't talk to anymore. So it's like, there's no...
So that's
either, you know, it's like, it doesn't make any sense for us to communicate. Yeah. And I won't ever name specific names, because, like, you know... reasons. But yeah, I have at least 4 people who I would really like if they came back on. I think would be interesting. I think only one of the names would surprise people, mayhaps.
Oh God. Who?
I can't tell you, like, on the podcast.
Okay, but you can tell me off the podcast, that means.
Yeah.
Anyways, this has been Background Noise.
You'll tell me off the podcast? Yeah, 100%.
No,
wrap it up.
Say no more.
Has anyone ever read the outro before? Besides you?
Other than me? I don't think so. I really don't think so, because even, like, in the past, like, and this is in the past, I mean, like, over 400 episodes ago, when I had other co-hosts on the show, they would host an episode, but I think I was the one that, like, brought us out as well. Yeah, so I don't know if I've ever had anyone else do the closing. So I definitely have not had anyone else do the closing since we've been on Twitch, for sure. It's possible someone has been like, and that's it, and I ended it. And I really don't want to go back and watch 496 other episodes to check.
Yeah,
sounds like quitter talk.
You're not wrong.
I'm a quitter.
Quitter. Speaking of quitting, I think I actually might wrap up the podcast here. So if I could get a Pickle Weasel and Wickle Peasel in the Twitch chat, then we are legally allowed to end the podcast.
Not give in to you a chance.
So it's up to Chance to or anyone else. I can be hostage if you don't want.
You know
what? I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you hurt your elbow.
True.
Thank you, Chance. We're gonna catch you next week with 4. And Aries. Thank you, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.